Hello, welcome to the 13th house. Come on in, take your shoes off, make yourselves at home. Let's get weird for a little bit, shall we? If you're new here, welcome to the weirdness. It's going to be exactly that. And if you're returning, welcome back. And thank you so much for finding something worth returning to here, and I hope you continue to return here. For my safety and yours, anything I say, do, what have you on this channel, as well as any of the content therein, is for entertainment purposes only. As always, your perception is your responsibility. Use your discernment. Only take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. That's always just a good practice with anything. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's just dive into it. Right off the rip, we have let it die, okay? Some things are meant to be healed, some are meant to be released like smoke. If you keep trying to fix what wants to end, you'll miss the life that waits for you beyond it, okay? So either a cycle closing out, getting ready to, or you might be in the process of that, okay? There might be, and it doesn't always have to be like something with a person. It could be a way of thinking, a habit, whatever. That's too many at once. But Cancer wanted to make an appearance, so did Venus and the Sovereign Flame. Alright. So it seems like maybe something pertaining to your feminine essence. Alright. An aspect of your feminine energy, because Venus trying to pop up there. Alright. Oh, interesting. It might be something that you had once like done quite often. Alright, it used to bring you joy, bring you pleasure or something, and then for whatever reason you stopped doing it. Okay, and it may have been like appropriate for the time, but it might be time to bring it back. Anyway, I'm getting that. But we have the first house, the ascendant, the conscious standpoint, the ego, or that aspect of self which is most readily at hand in any immediate situation. Wills, legacies, minor inheritances, those matters that are taken personally by the individual. Possession by other entities, the physical body to a certain extent. The talents, gifts, and faults indicated by the rising sign, money owed, and debts, okay? So it could be, I'm getting like this notion that you owe people something, alright? Or letting go of some debt that you feel like you're owed, right? That's interesting. Like something really old. Like I'm getting like in regard to letting go of some kind of debt you feel like you're owed. It would be like something really old. Alright. On the bottom of the deck is the second house. Let's see what wanted to fly out into the floor. Oh, the moon. Alright. I figured it was female energy, yeah. Female energy, dreams, the unconscious mind, sensitivity, and emotions. The moon can also be representative of like unspoken truths that kind of those things that go without saying. Also could be a truth that is wanting to come out, alright? A truth that you haven't spoken that you may want to. We'll see. With the second house on the bottom of the deck, possessions, assets, or whatever the person has that is of value or through which money can be generated. Movable goods or liquid assets, valuable, sometimes intangible, moral, or ethical, such as integrity, money as liberty, and freedom to act. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. So a few readings back, I had talked about like exploitation of the subconscious, right? This seems to be kind of touching on that. We're going to see where it goes. I don't want to make any assumption, but it's something to keep in mind because talking about how like, the subconscious is so deeply intertwined with the imagination, right? And as we step into adulthood, okay, a lot of times like interacting with our imagination is like programmed out of us, okay? And we only we only return to it when it's going to provide us something that we feel we can profit from, like our creativity, things like that. We only choose to express it when we feel like we're going to get something out of it, instead of just doing it for the sake of the fact that it's fun. All right. With Let It Die, we have loyalty. Okay, so it could be like your loyalty to something. Oh. Alright, it could be like a belief system that had kept you from doing something, something that you truly love to do. Huh. It's interesting though, because like with the first house being here, like it could be a way of expressing yourself, you know? Right? What do we have for the first house? What is this? Ouch. Could be an identity that you were loyal to, like an identity you would attach to at some point, you know? Yeah. Because with second house on the bottom of the deck, you know, you like your assets and like your divine gifts, things that were granted to you to bring forth into this world to help support yourself and others. Like, it's like this identity that you felt like you had to put on, this role that you had to step into, right? Yeah. With first house, the ascendant, perception and revelation, yeah. So it's like perception of self. Alright, oh, that's deep. Okay, so it could be like that part of us that hyper attaches to what other people say they want out of us, right? And oftentimes we build up such a loyalty to that because we want to fulfill, you know, the roles in the right way. Like, for example, motherhood, right? It's I didn't know just how cruel women could be toward each other until I became a mother and I tried reaching out for the first time in a mom group because my baby had a fever. Holy shit. You want to talk about being traumatized, and then it's like it kind of shocks you into, you know, understanding that, okay, well, if I'm going to step into this and ask for help or whatever, then I'm going to have to put on a different presentation of myself and make it, anyway, you know what I mean, hopefully. Anyway, moving on. With Moon here, so you may have had this revelation about yourself, okay, and like you're really starting to change, like the internal changes that you've been making have been, you know, reflecting more in your external, and you're noticing like something is just off, something just feels energetically abrasive, and it's like you can't shake it, you can't escape it, your energy is getting drained here and there, and it's hard to figure out why, and you might be getting really agitated with your normal routine, right? And it could be because it's tied into, interwoven into this identity, this the aspect that, you know, you keep most readily at hand for whatever situation life's gonna throw at you. Alright. Shit. Yeah. Okay, so with female energy, dreams, emotions, sensitivity, the unconscious mind, the moon, fraud and misrepresentation. Ah. Okay, hold up. Okay. I'm getting, don't take this as for you. Alright? So scratch that. You're noticing that you have been being loyal to something that was parading around with a false facade, okay? And it was coming between you and your ability to, okay, so this here with the second house, money is liberty and freedom to act, values, morals, ethics and someone's integrity, movable goods, liquid assets, your possessions, and whatever. Okay, so this person, whoever this is, you were continuing to show loyalty to someone that you know you should let go of, right? Okay? But this perception and revelation, like, you understood, like, you have this, then you had the double life energy was coming out in my last reading too. You have this life outside of yourself that you know you're expected to maintain in everything, right? You have a role that you need to fill. You're possibly a parent or something, right? You have this typical kind of life like the rest of society operates in, right? And this is crazy because it's like even has your physical body tied into it, right? And you've been scratching at the surface of this revelation for such a long time, and it's very painful to face. And this is exactly the kind of shit that I was talking about in my last reading. This is building off of that. Like, this is a continue. Oh, chef's kiss. Thank you. All right. And with this fraud and misrepresentation here, with the female energy, the unconscious mind, sensitivity and emotions, like whoever this person is, they might not take your dreams and your goals and shit seriously. Like the things that you want to do to support yourself, they might take that personally, like see it as an attack against them for you to even just want to make your own fucking money. Okay, support yourself, act freely. They have this assumption that you having freedom means that you are just going to go around and do whatever behind their back or some shit. It's really bizarre. And through trying to maintain whatever this is with this person, it's really like created imbalance, like in the way that you feel like you can just be yourself. All right. On the bottom of the deck we have universal medicine, but your source, the source that you operate off of, isn't just love. It's source level love. Okay. And in my last couple of readings, go check those out because it talks specifically about this energy that you're being led to, like, and you know this is crazy. You know that you need to, like, detach from this person, okay? And if the last readings aren't confirmation enough, we're going to get some more with this one. But holy shit, this person's been siphoning off of you. And it's, oh my god. Anyway, holy shit. Alright. We're going to get some more. Whew. Ooh, on the split, we have criminal, transgressor of justice, prison, parole, discipline, and boss. Master of wealth, risk, investment, management, and leader. Like, you've been living like a prisoner in your own fucking life, but yet at the same time, you are the boss of your own life. But the way that this person, like, and it's not just the person, it's what dwells in them. Like, this is something that has been recurrent through, like, lifetimes. Okay, it's so much has been built and tailored around this influence being able to continue building off of your fucking holy shit. Anyways, alright, so with Let It Die and loyalty, we have father, family, patriarch, guardian, paternal authority, and ancestral passage. Okay, so it could be this is rough. Okay, so like maybe growing up you were a daddy's girl, right? And maybe it wasn't until you were an adult or something that you really started to see without like the rose-colored glasses, like the kind of person your father was. But like you may have gone to your father for a lot of advice regarding like men and everything, because the way you saw your father was like, he's everything, like he's my hero, he's everything. And the advice that this individual gave you was like really toxic, but you didn't see it at the time. And maybe in hindsight, like you started noticing maybe as you stepped into the role of motherhood or something, like you started to see more clearly like what your mom went through, and it started to change. Like, it's just a possibility. Or it could be that, you know, this person is like the father of your children or something. And if you want to go really deep with it, you can even tie this into the loyalty to the perception of like the spiritual father, what have you, okay? And that's a tricky one. That's a tough one, because I get it. Like, there's a lot. Like I said, this entity, this whatever, has been harvesting off of you for lifetimes. And so this whole narrative, there's been this whole thing constructed entirely around keeping you from remembering the truth, okay? Because you remembering, absolutely, like, that's the key to that distorted energy finally fizzling out, because it has to have a source. It has to have something to feed off of. It's parasitic. I'm being told to put these back, but I'm going to mention it. We have stranger, reader, soldier, and animal shaman, okay? So you might have someone show up like unexpectedly, a new friend or what have you, or maybe someone you don't know. Maybe they're a reader, or maybe they're well versed in a certain subject or something, right? And they serve as like a soldier. Like, they've been walking the same path as you, and they're a spiritual leader also, and so they can help you break this cycle, right? Okay, help you see like the truth that's going to set you free, and in that remove this distorted reflection of the masculine. All right, because in doing that too, you also free the true reflection of the masculine. But whatever. With first house, the ascendant, perception, and revelation, and then we have clown, right? Someone like this mask, right? Okay. This mask of being a performer, okay? And like, if you've ever, I don't know if you've seen, it's just coming to mind, the song by Lady Gaga, Judas, and the music video to that. Like, in that, she's wearing, like a lot of the Heyoka colors, like the sacred clown, okay? And at the end, when they're all throwing stones at her, she's, like, wearing, just like a clown. And, like, even her shoes, she's got on these big-ass shoes, like clown shoes. These two came out, and I'm being told to put them back, but to mention it. We have gambler, risk taker, speculation, addiction, debt, fortune, and then traveler, seeker of horizons, adventure, experience, long journey, okay? So, you may have been hiding the fact, because it says, like, fraud and misrepresentation and this feminine energy, like, you may have been hiding the fact that you want to get away, alright? That you want to take a risk and really set out and do something new, do something different, do something exciting, okay? Ooh. Interesting. Because the whole thing of, like, with the gambling, started making me think, money is liberty and freedom to act. And then, like, if you think of, like, energy, like, energetic currency, right? And, like, you hold this truth in you, but it's like, you keep it secret for some reason. And it's like, this awareness of this, like, this lover, okay? And it's just different. Like, the nature of it's different. And this came up in my readings yesterday. Wow. Yeah. And so, like, where your heart truly lies is in this, like, in this, I don't want to, like, disrespect it by saying it's in this dreamy sort of state, because that makes it seem like it's impossible, but it's really not. Like, dreamy is just, like, it's a way to describe, but your heart truly lies there. And so it's like, you feel like this life is kind of a farce, because it's so different than who you truly are. And it's like weird, because you don't know how to bring that true reflection out. because it feels like you're just like so deep into this or something. Tell me a little more about the, yeah, we have educator here. Imparter, mentor, guide, teacher, exactly. So it's like the spiritual guide energy, right? That which comforts you from like within, because like with the emotions and sensitivity, the unconscious mind, right? Like this is giving very like something that dwells in the shadow aspect of you. And it's like this energy over here like demanded your loyalty, but you're like, it just doesn't fit, and I know there's something so much more for me just beyond that. But this one's a hard one to detach from, because there's just so much heavy, not only attached to it, like the fear of detachment from it was ingrained very early on, and not only that, like societal pressure to bend to that is very strong. It's just, it's a lot. It's heavy. As where this energy here, where your heart truly lies, is so light. It's like, it's not heavy to carry around. It's not heavy to love. But you don't have all these questions about any of that. Like, because I'm getting over here, there's so many unanswered questions and shit. And this over here, you know it. And it doesn't ask you to perform. It doesn't ask you to wear a mask. Like, it's just, it's like breathing. It's real easy. Anyway. And then we have, on the bottom of the deck, writer, weaver of tales, storyteller, crafting, communication, and polishing. I'm getting here that as a child, you may have talked about this, or like, say like you always remembered certain things and you would try to talk to people about it, but you didn't know how to talk to them about it. And so you would try to like explain it in metaphor, and the way that it came out was like you were a storyteller. Like you would get in trouble for telling stories. Like people would say that you were lying, that you would make things up, okay? But that was never the case. Like you were just, you came into this world with a memory that had been like carried through you for lifetimes. This is so much like what I was getting in my last two readings, because the last two readings, it's like part 1 and part 2, and this is like touching on areas where that reading didn't go as much in depth to, because it was really profound. Okay, let's get a few more here. Where am I at on time? Oh, I'm not doing bad. Good. Alright, with Let It Die, loyalty, and father here. What is this about, please? What is this father energy about? What is loyalty? Loyalty to this family patriarch, parental authority type figure. Because it came out with Let It Die. Oop, it said clap clap. Anyway. That was funny. Alright, so My Boo came out. Official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. And then we have today, good vibes, present in the moment. But, ooh, my ears just started ringing hard. It felt like my ears popped. Like, you know that feeling like when pressure suddenly just releases? Okay, that's crazy. That was intense. Alright. Okay. Alright, I hear you. So what? Okay, put these back. Ah, I get it, because this is from the past. Alright, that's what's from the past. Okay, and in today, alright, you have this, and that's what the exclusivity of the relationship is, right? Like, okay. Alright, that's why to put it back. It's giving context. Alright, I got you. Alright, so with father, loyalty, let it die. Okay, extra. Alright, dramatic, trying too hard, like a drama starter, okay? Huh. So it could be like the tactics, like they demand like your loyalty or something, and it like it's like through threats though. Like there's always like some catch to every little thing. What's with all the Lady Gaga shit coming through? Like the song Alejandra, like one part of the song came through like, but her boyfriend's like a dad, just like a dad. All those flames that burned before him. Now he's gonna fight, gonna cool that. Okay. And then we have brick wall. Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Alright, so yeah, it's like, unless you're doing something bad or something wrong, this father type energy, it's like it's unreachable. Like when you truly need it, like just on a regular, everyday, being present in the moment kind of thing, like it's just not there. It's not there. Like I hate to say it like this, but it's like it's not real. It makes you feel like it's just like you've been bending your personality, yourself, the way that you live life around this entire like lie or something. Okay. Alright, with first house, the ascendant, perception, and revelation to go with clown here. Jester of laughter, comedy, mask, performer. Some type of the way that something was perceived in the conscious standpoint, the ego, and a revelation regarding that. It's like this performative, mask type of energy. And see, with clown here, and then there's a clown there, so it's like they were trying to make a clown out of you by trying to get you to be loyal to them. Like, it's really weird. Bonnie and Clyde. Ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. So they wanted all this dedication in this term partnership, right? But they weren't doing anything to make it like there's any partnership, because a partnership implies two putting in the same effort, right? But it's like with the ride or die, it's totally taken out of context. It's like, yeah, you ride my ass until I'm fucking dead. That's their definition of ride or die. They like harvest off of you and pull off of you, all while telling you this is love. I've chosen you. You're great. You're, and then as soon like they're slowly killing you, man. Like the real you, and they're trying to smother the real you with this masked version of like what they say you have to be, and that if you can't be that, then you're just not worthy of their love. That is sick. And they want this from, I'm getting like, they want this from everybody. And it's really, really strange, because they expect all this loyalty from you and everything, but they want everybody to see them as like the ultimate prize, the ultimate catch, okay? Okay, we have lucky break here. I don't know if anything, I thought I saw something else flip. Maybe I didn't. Alright, we have lucky break. Okay, good fortune, good things to come. A turning point. Alright, I'm gonna move this like this. Okay, a lucky break. So we'll see what that's about. Okay. Wow. With female energy, unconscious mind, sensitivity, emotions, moon, fraud and misrepresentation, educator, we have detective, snooping, digging for dirt, accusations, okay? So this, like this shadowy presence that's like in your dreams, in your unconscious mind, like it's intertwined with like your being, like it's your, it's gonna sound strange, but just bear with me for a minute. It's like we all have like our spirit, right? That lives in this vessel, that guides this vessel, okay? But it's like you have always had somebody else dwelling with you, okay? And they don't take over like your seat of like control over yourself, but it's like this voice inside, and you can tell it's not you. But they teach you, they guide you, and so they're helping you, like, and as you continue to like let yourself be closer to this presence, this energy, right? They're helping point out things that you hadn't seen before, and so now like it's help you reach this sort of like new level of perception, and with that this profound revelation that like, holy shit, like that which is truly for me has been within me all along, and this whole thing, this whole other thing has been like it's anyway. That one almost came out. Yeah. Spilling the beans. Revealing secrets. Cast out of the bag. This over here is like untrustworthy or something. Then we have spiritually woke. Self-awareness, cutting through illusions, and detaching from ego. Alright, and in this case, ego isn't like your true representation of self. It was this mask that was created to mimic this here, because you see, this is the face of this energy, right? And it was trying to, because we have like the ego, right? And right with that, we have another clown face. This is crazy, because I was talking about like this Joker type energy in my stuff yesterday. This is wild. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have new boo. New love, learning each other, flirtations. This is wild. I like it though. Yeah, it's the one that red flagged you to this karmic situation. Yeah, it's scary though, and that's understandable, right? It's scary, like, the truth of it all is profound and it's beautiful, but it is scary. It is very scary, because, like, it's so unfamiliar, right? So, like, you've been tiptoeing around the truth, like, but there's this cleansing energy, this need to detox, to purify, like, and you're aware of that, like, you're not trying to evade it, but it's like this presence that had been within you all along is just like gently coaxing you, like being very patient, and oh, I like that though. I like that. That's good. That's good shit. Where do we want to go from here? Alright. I'll pull a few of these, and then I'm probably going to call it. I might pull a few letter tiles. We'll see. Alright, what do you want to say with these? Because, yeah, this makes sense. And, you know, it might be, yeah, this knocked the vertebrae. Okay, so, yeah, this is something that's, like, cutting, it's hitting in a place where, like, you haven't had a chance to build up, like, as much strength yet. Like, say, like, you go to start doing a new sport or something, and you might be, like, physically fit or something, but whatever this is, it's like watching a football player try to do ballet. Like, it's going to make them so fucking sore, because they're using muscles they never quite used before. This is asking you, this is asking something of you that's going to require you to just, like, trust, right? Because this energy over here was using you like a puppet, a plaything. You were being used, you were being harvested off of. And it is hard to face that, like, because it's like, I devoted so much, like, all of this, like, are you kidding me? For what? For what? Ugh. But what matters is, like, it helps to, like, remember, like, yeah, it sucks, but, like, that just means, like, now you know, and you can really do something with that. Okay? That's too many at once. But, esoteric symbolism, architect, builder came out. So, the whole reason this, inner presence might be with you is because you are, a master builder. Like, if you understand what that is with the esoteric terminology, okay? Nosy, hyper-focused on something far off. Attention is elsewhere. Eyes on what is in the spotlight, being entertained. Eyes on the action, watching the show, okay? So it could be that, you know, this presence, this energy, alright, this, that has dwelled within you, okay? This, architect, this builder archetype, okay, has been, keeping their focus on you, and you have shifted your focus on them, okay? So in the external, people might be saying, like, they feel like your attention is elsewhere, but you're like, you feel like your attention's exactly where it needs to be. Like, there's nothing going on within you that's, like, putting up any major red flags, because it's like, it feels right, though. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Alright, experience travel to a familiar place, a delivery, simplicity, happy in simplicity, right? Okay, so, like, it's, like I was saying, like, it's literally that simple. Like, I know this presence, I know this energy, and, like, I feel most comfortable when, you know, I'm, like, I'm interacting with that, and connecting with that. It feels right, okay? Because with this puppet plaything here, you have, like, pulling the strings, handler, alright? Because what's within you doesn't try to do that. It's just easy to exist. And, like, let's say for the longest time, like, before you started lending an ear to this internal presence, silence was too much for you. Like, it was very hard for you to be alone with yourself. But as you started, like, connecting with this inner presence, like, you have found your own peace and sanctuary. Like, you're okay with being alone with you. It's actually comforting. You get what I'm saying? I couldn't tell which one that came out, what side, so I put it back. If it's meant to come out again, it will. What else do you want to tell us here? Maybe something about the direction that this is going to start going? Okay, so this is too many at once, but I'm going to mention it. Nervous, anxious, okay. Ooh, holding important info. Burning truth needs to be let out. Hard truth to swallow. Yeah. Alright. Unresolved trauma, generational cycles. Well, like I was saying, that has been carried over through lifetime. So we have, like, this little luggage tag. Alright, but you're getting ready to ride solo. Hence the motorcycle. Ooh, so that means that that which dwells within you, and I've talked about this before too, is getting ready to step out. Okay. Yep. So it's going to help you resolve some of these issues that like the stuff that's been, like, generational trauma, generational cycles, okay? You facing this truth and, like, being very brave and just letting the process happen, alright, is going to heal that, because it's going to help you to understand that so much of that was a result of these strings being pulled around you. Like, your intuition, that inner voice, was never leading you in the wrong way. It was like everything outside of you was intentionally set up to try to make that inner voice seem like a liar, to where you couldn't trust your inner self, so you'd have to look outside of yourself, which made you susceptible to this shit. Oh, that's diabolical as fuck. Alright. And we have open, or pineal open. Welcoming the unfamiliar. Spiritual insights and communication. receptivity to the universe, and ability to navigate beyond the veil, okay? So that's what gifts are like going to be opening up for you as you start to heal this, okay? As you start to fully embrace your truth. Like, you've already been doing that, right? But a big part of facing and like embracing your entire truth is also in that which you love. Like, you accepting what you truly love, accepting every part of you, and that means this that has always dwelled within you too. And it doesn't matter what anybody else might try to call it, what they're going to try to say, or whatever. Like, it is a huge test, okay? Because, like, that is the ultimate loyalty unto self, is to embrace every aspect thereof, regardless. And because it's tricky because, like, the way the external was manipulated, right? You can't rely on anything outside of yourself for that confirmation. And it's really hard because, like, that's literally why we have these bodies. Why our souls decided to inhabit a body to begin with, was to be able to perceive that, like, what dwells within us outside of ourselves. But it's been this whole, it's like a really fucked up, anyway. It's deep. Okay, holding important info, burning truth needs to be let out, hard truth to swallow. And then we have illness, poison, plague, intentional and experimental infection of another with something to cause mental or biological harm or death. Disease, pestilence, a contagion, okay? And what this is referring to is, like, the spiritual, like, holy shit. It's that parasitic type of, exactly. The hard truth to swallow is that this shit was intentionally done using the very source of your being, the very source of your essence, which is source level love. I mean, you want to talk about fracturing someone, I mean, this shit went straight for the fucking jugular, you know what I mean? I almost said juggler because, like, the whole circus thing. Oh shit, wait a minute. Made me start thinking of, like, Snow Wife American Horror Show. That's interesting. It's a freak show, baby. I'm a ringleader. Like an acrobat in a dark arena. I can dance both ways like a ballerina. Alright, so that's like, I'm dancing between light and dark, okay? Natural remedy, mind-altering substances. Attachment to outside means to access the divine or spiritual realms impacts the integrity of messages, okay? So that also might be something like, this energetic presence may have even found its way into, like, we all know the types, right? Like, I'm not saying there's anything, whatever, this is just what's coming through. It's not my personal opinion on the matter, but the types that say, like, oh, you should try this to get a more profound spiritual experience, right? As if you need something outside of yourself and to do that, okay? This energy has found its way even into the avenues through which we try to branch out into to find truth, like real truth, right? Like outside of the typical narrative, okay? So it's just giving you a heads up on that, like, making sure that, you know, you're trusting what's in you, like it's really drilling that home, that it's in you, not outside of you. Nothing outside of you is going to unlock something, make something happen any faster. There's nothing you can do outside in this external world that's going to, it's this acceptance and this just, it's like a trust fall, you know, like you, and when for so long, like over generations and generations of lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of having your ability to trust be so completely fucked with to the point, like, you don't trust anybody. It's dangerous for you to trust anybody. And now, of course, now you're being required to take this trust fall, and go figure, everything over on this side that you had once showed loyalty to had said that the one thing that you should never show loyalty to and trust is this thing inside of you. Like, it's so fucked. It's a mind fuck, for real. But you have to trust, you know. We have secure family unit, loving family, sanctity of family, strong familial bond. All right, and we have the two swans. Look up the symbology of the swan, see which deity is associated with the swan. Okay, this is talking about like that familial bond. Like, again, this is driving home the fact that we're not going to be taking this wisdom and applying it outside of ourselves. We're taking it and applying it inside of ourselves. So we've learned what feels like home inside of ourselves, right? Where our family resides, like in the home, within the self. All right, and that bond that is shared there is very powerful, very strong, sacred. And then we have deep diver, adept diver, prepared to navigate deep matters. Okay, this that dwells within you can match you in your depth. It can meet you at that depth with this emotions here, right? And your sensitivity and the unconscious. It doesn't matter how dark those waters get. It doesn't matter how crushing those depths might get. That was it can match you there, right? This here couldn't handle what was in the dark, right? It demanded that you rise up to the surface where it likes to frequent, just to even be considered to be seen. But don't you dare show up as anything other than what it expects you to be. This here just accepts you as you are, right? Okay, and then we have something pertaining to the mouth, speaking, verbal secrets, taste, lips. This is about the way you speak, okay? You have power in your words, all right? This is a way that you can exercise your authority, all right? Your voice holds power. Okay, so you declaring things out of your mouth, like, and it doesn't even matter if you're saying it to another person, just saying it out loud. You don't have to say it to anyone. So if you don't want to speak out of your mouth to another person and it land upon their ears your deepest truth, you don't have to. You can literally go somewhere in the middle of the woods, in the middle of fucking nowhere if you want to, escape any possibility of anybody, anything hearing you. Leave your phone in the car or some shit, because you don't want the possibility of some fucking recording you and hearing you there. Fine. Go somewhere and speak it from your mouth. Your deepest truth. And do it with purpose. Scream it if you have to. Cry it if you have to. You have a lot that needs to come out. It's like a dragon that can breathe fire, and it needs to breathe fire, but you've been letting that shit build in your fucking throat. Baby, it's okay to roar. Like, you need it. Alright, we have hybrid of light, dark, human divinity, and the old world, Tartaria. What's that word? Oh, the Moors, and the world before the reset, okay? If you know, you know. Let's get a couple more, and then I'm going to pull letter tiles, and then we'll call it. That's too many at once. But you have like the cosmic egg here, okay? Potential waiting to be realized, formation, incubation, pregnancy, okay? Like I was talking about that inner space, that which dwells within it, ready to come forth and emerge, right? Potential waiting to be realized, whatever. And as well as your own, okay? Not like anyone else, not afraid to be seen as weird, authentic self-acceptance. Doing what we came here to do. Live and be. Exactly. Ooh, I love this one. Higher self removing you from all you thought you knew. Guiding out of the familiar and into the unknown. Spiritual awakening begins. And this is like the holy shit spiritual awakening, because this is like the standard dictionary, like words and what you thought they meant and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, this one's like, nope, I'm pulling you way the fuck out of that. Like, holy shit, let's just, you gonna learn. Like, anyway, I think that's hilarious. Like, the imagery on on that sticker, and I had to put it on that card. I thought it was so fitting. Alright, so we have 2 cards. I'm gonna take these ones. Incoming, arrival, birth, emergence, success, entry. Exactly. I was just talking about like that which was ready to come forth within you, whatever. All right. Emotions out of control, spilling onto others, unstable, emotional outbursts to disrupt the peace of all, emotional sabotage. Okay. So this coming in for you is going to royally piss off this distorted energy over here, because and this is very telling. It's like it has had this type of emotional outburst before, because like you see all these animals like up on the water, and it's not just one boat that's being overturned and all this shit being flooded out and being trapped in the water. It's more than that. Like, whatever this is, it's prone to temper tantrum kind of thing, right? So, but the good thing is like, because this has harvested off of your energy, you pulling your energy back, it can have a tantrum all it wants to, but it doesn't have power anymore because you're not feeding it. And that's why it's acting out, is because it's like, it had this stretch of time to where it felt like it was on top of the world and it was impossible to beat, blah, 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 but it was built off of you. It requires belief to exist, okay? You don't. You just have to accept your truth. That's it. That's what gives you your anyway. There's too many that came out and they fell on the floor. One of them was lurking and stalking, okay? What else is new with that energy, right? Get two more, please. Nope. That's too many. All right. Wealthy female, balanced female, healthy sense of self. Okay. Right. So your boat's not going to be rocked by this person. Okay. Like, they're not going to be able to pull you under, because like you embracing your truth is like you are secure within yourself. Your vessel's not going to be overturned by this. Can't touch this thing. Can't touch this anyway. Wow. Alrighty. That was just like... Anyway. Training, childhood, learning a new skill, doing something for the first time. It's educator, right? It's going to show you the ropes. It's like, you know, I know this is new, I know this is scary, but baby, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Like, I'm not going to let you fall. Like, this motherfucker over here did when you took the trust fall after so many... Time and again, that motherfucker just let you fall and he thought it was funny. And they would harvest off of everything that came as a result of you being crushed. Because you thought you could... That's so cruel, man. Anyway. Oop, that almost wanted to come out. Letter, hand-delivered message pertaining to mail or how a matter is handled. Neutral information. No new news about something. Alright, so maybe this energy that had been trying to, like, lurk on you and stuff, like, they're trying to get info and, like, it's like, no new news, whatever. And then we have experimentation, medical research, and chemistry, okay? So, ooh. So we had this, like, creator, builder, architect type energy that had revealed itself before. It popped out in one of the cards that fell, okay? We have this over here that tried to pull this experimentation thing, right, to to cause harm, right? To disrupt, to keep you bound, to try to keep you infected with its presence, right? Okay? And this trying something for the first time, like this medical research, this is experimentation in chemistry, it's letting you try your hand at your gifts. All right, because I think on the bottom of the deck, wasn't it universal healing? Yeah, it was. Yep, universal medicine. So yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. So we have like the universal medicine, and yeah, it's like coming full circle. Like it's time to heal what was done, and not only that, like in you pulling your energy back away from this that was trying to harvest off of you, it gets bound to shadow, right? Which is that holding place, okay? What was bound within you gets to step out, and now this energy over here is going to be forced to have to heal, because like energy cannot be destroyed, it can only change forms. And like anyways, I'm just gonna leave it there, okay? Yep, coming out of the shell, rebirth, new life, evolution, exceptional origin. Okay, well, I hope this helps somebody out there. It's a lot, I know, but this is good. It's a lot, but it's good. It's going to be a little scary. It's going to be, a new learning curve, but it's absolutely nothing you can't handle. Okay, what dwells within you knows. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know what you should do in your heart, okay? But I really hope that this brings you some peace of mind and comfort regarding that, because, I'm getting that, you've been questioning a lot, and that, seeing something echoing some part of that truth that you hold within you back to you, like, it helps. So, anyways, until next time, bye.